Hey guys, Nick Arnold here, Straight Jacket Armory. We asked you guys a few months ago to give us a couple of questions that you had. So I spend a lot of time on the phone every day talking to customers, and I seem to be answering a lot of the same questions over and over and over again. So rather than me sounding like a broken record on the phone, I'll pass this to the masses and you guys can take it for what it is. So one of the biggest questions we get asked is barrel break-in. Nick, what's the best way to break in a barrel? How many shots do I need to do in between cleaning? When should I clean my rifle? Here's the short and the long of it. If you ask 20 different gunsmiths how to break in your gun, you're going to get 20 different answers. The barrel manufacturers all seem to have a way, but here's what I'm going to tell you. This is what we would like you guys to do with our guns especially. We don't recommend that you do a break-in procedure. Those first shots that go down the barrel of your gun, we shoot 5 shots and then we clean them out. We can strip all the copper. That's done for you before the barrel is shipped, okay? Before we actually ship that rifle for you. Once you get the rifle, we just want you to shoot it. You know, drive it like you stole it, baby, okay? That's kind of the way we run. Let the gun talk to you. Once it becomes dirty to the point that it's fouled, we're going to remove the carbon, not the copper. So we don't want you using detergents like Barnes CR10, Montana Extreme. Not that they're bad detergents. They do what they're supposed to do, but really we want you to leave that copper alone, okay? That copper, the barrel's only going to take so much, in my personal opinion. After that, it's going to quit taking it. So as you shoot that barrel in, it takes about 100 to 150 rounds depending on the brand, you know, whether it's a cut rifle barrel or a button pull. Button pulls generally shoot in a little faster. But we want that barrel to take that copper in the form of a varnish. So I'm sure you guys can all think as when you look back, you've cleaned your gun, you look in the end of the barrel and there's copper left over in there and you can't seem to quite get that out. That copper is subsurface. It's actually in below the surface of the metal. So we want to leave that alone and just get rid of the carbon. That carbon is actually a lubricant. It fouls, it builds up in the throat area and the neck area, doesn't allow the brass to open up all the way, it gives you bad release. So what I use is Kroil, okay? And when I do clean my gun, which isn't very often, like a 6.5 Creedmoor. I've had Creedmoors I never cleaned until the barrel was shot out. I'll use the Kroil, I'll soak a couple wet patches through there, let it sit for 20 minutes using a bore guide. Guys, if you're not using a bore guide, don't clean your rifle. You're going to do more damage to it than you're going to help it, okay? That's all I'm going to do with it. I'm going to let it soak. I'll use a nylon brush, not a metal brush. I'll scrub that throat area out, down in the muzzle brake area, give it a good couple passes, and then I'm going to go back to a cotton patch, push it till it's clean, and that's going to be it, okay? If you guys can think of this, why don't you want to clean the barrel, Nick? Maybe you guys can think back. You ever go to the range, you shoot your gun, and it seems like you got everything just perfect, dead nuts, right where you want it. You go home, you clean the rifle, you come back to the range a couple weeks later, and you got to move your scope again. Why? Well, you just changed the bearing surface in the rifle. Stop cleaning those guns so much, guys. I mean, we don't want to take it to the point where it's ignorant, but you don't need to clean every time you went and shot, okay? That's the short end of it. If you have any more questions, be sure to give us a call.